A wellness extravaganza in the port city, cake maker in our kitchen, and some colorful tips for the homemaker. All that and more is coming right up, and I hope you'll stay tuned. Hello everyone, welcome to the show. We're so glad you're there, and today we're going to hear some interesting things about a health and wellness approach by a church in the port city. Plus, in our kitchen, Judi Freeman is busy creating something very interesting and tastes good. And we have more, but now let's take a look at consumer news across the nation. Recently, a panel of experts came up about redecorating your home with various colors. And some of the facts were quite surprising. Here's what they came up with.
The first decision most people make when planning to redecorate involves color, mainly because color helps determine the mood for each room. Pam Maffei-Tulin, Vice President of Design for Waverly, offers these examples. Blue is soothing and calming, great for bedrooms or living rooms. The range of greens, from tranquil sage to dazzling emerald, can set a sedate or invigorating tone. Red provides a stimulating richness for passionate people who like to entertain. Other warm colors include yellows, oranges, and fig. Neutrals, on the other hand, are composed and serene, serving as a balance to vibrant touches of color. Meanwhile, a pattern can help liven up a monochromatic room. You can balance patterns in bright colors with plain, solid blocks of color. The design experts at Waverly, an authority in fabrics, wall coverings, home fashions, and home furnishings, also point out that it's possible to add on to each room from season to season with color palettes that coordinate from collection to collection. To learn more, visit www.waverly.com.
11 states in the United States were named after historical figures. And in this report, we learn more on this interesting subject.
In an interesting state of affairs, you may be surprised to learn that 11 states were named for historical figures. Washington obviously was named for the father of our country, George Washington. Yet the state of Georgia was named for another George, King George II of England. Both North and South Carolina take their names from the Latin version of Charles, after King Charles I. Maryland is named in honor of Charles' wife, Queen Henrietta Maria. Elizabeth I, known as the Virgin Queen, is represented in the names of Virginia and West Virginia. An early governor of Virginia, Lord de la Warr, saw his name applied to the state of Delaware. New York is named for the Duke of York and Albany. Louisiana takes its name from King Louis XIV of France, and William Penn had his family honored by Charles II, who called the wooded Quaker territory Pennsylvania.
Well, we all know that handling an accident, claims, getting things all done can be mind-boggling. But now there's an insurance company that can get you back on the road safely. And here's where you'll find the details of.
There's now a speedier way to cope with everything drivers need to deal with, even after a minor car accident. There's a simple way to get the car fixed, put in an insurance claim, and find another car to drive, so you can run all the errands you had to run before the accident. To help drivers get back on the road, Progressive Insurance offers a service where they take care of the entire repair process. At no additional cost, they handle everything from selecting a body shop and inspecting the repairs to keeping you informed of the process and guaranteeing the work when it's finished. You can visit the Claim Service Center and pick up a rental car there while you're at it, even if you're not insured with them. If you happen to be involved in a claim with someone who is, you have the option of using their service. For more information on Progressive, visit www.progressive.com.
today to talk about a wellness approach to health and some very interesting things that are happening at the Dayspring Baptist Church here in the Port City. And next to me is Lisa Davis, who is the coordinator of the affair, and next to her is Pastor Scott Payne. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
This is a very interesting concept and something quite new to me. This is your second health fair, it's what you call it too, is it not?
Yes, this is our second Total Wellness Extravaganza. We started last year with about 105 sponsoring businesses and agencies, and we had a very big turnout. We had about 800 people to come through the event.
How many?
About 800.
Ooh. Well, you know, I think it's something that's very interesting because today with all the technology and the things that people hear about, keeping fit and all of that, that you should have such a thing. You say the first one went very well.
It went very well. And what we try to do, we named it Total Wellness Extravaganza because we are looking at the health aspect of it, but we're looking at the total well-being. So the emotional, the physical, the mental, spiritual, and the social. So we try to pack all of that into this one event, which we get the extravaganza part of it.
And you also have sponsors and that sort of thing to kind of do some of the financial end?
Well, actually, we call them sponsors versus vendors because the sponsor, to me, they do not pay anything. This is a free community event.
Oh, really?
We don't ask the sponsors for any money, but we call them sponsors because they give their time, their energy, and their literature to share with the community.
Well, for heaven's sakes, that is interesting in itself. I should say, well, actually, the purpose is to alert people to detect things early enough to, is that the sort of thing?
Yes, what we do, we have all of those health screenings that you would get at a normal health fair, the blood pressure, glucose, cholesterol. We're also doing sickle cell testing, hearing and vision testing. But then we look at that because some people don't go out to the doctor to have these tests done. Mm-hmm. So this is a fun event that is really relaxed where you can come in, you can have all of those tests run, but then you can also get a massage. You can also get information on skin care. You can also get information on health insurance. So it just packs in a little of everything.
Well, it's educational as well.
It is.
Yes, it certainly is. Now, you brought along some pictures about last year's event. Let's take a look at those while you tell us what we're looking at here.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the fire safety house with the Mobile County Fire Department. And the safety house is one where you can go through it and it will tell you what goes on during a fire. So it helps to educate children and adults on fire safety. This is one of our volunteers from the crime prevention unit of the Sheriff's Department, and the child there is having her fingerprints done. And they also give more information on crime prevention and safety. The drug education vehicle from the Mobile Infirmary, it just gives a lot of information to people about staying away from drugs, the hazards of drugs, and its use. The Mobile County Sheriff's Flotilla Unit, this unit talks about water safety. They have in the past brought out their flotilla unit, and they give a lot of, they show you the vehicle that they use when they go out on the water for water rescues. The Mobile County Animal Shelter is involved in this event also. They bring out animals, and we actually, last year, I think within the first hour to hour and a half, we had adopted out 4 animals from the shelter. This is someone from Blue Cliff School of Therapeutic Massage. They come out and they bring their students and they bring their chairs and they will actually do chair massages. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get to that room last year, but I'm going to try to do it this year.
That's very interesting. It encompasses so many things, even the animal shelter.
It does.
Yes. Well, Pastor Payne, tell me more about your church, the Day Spring Baptist.
Gladly. Well, Ms. Moore, we are a church that's very much trying to meet the needs of the people in Mobile and even beyond. Obviously, this event is something we're trying to focus on meeting very many people's needs by offering this. Now, we are a church that's only about 6 years old, a little over 6 years old, but we are very much a contemporary church that offers something for all ages. In fact, we have a very active children's ministry and student ministry that's expanding, and also things for adults too. And so we're glad just to be here in Mobile and be able to offer an event like this.
Well, I guess this is just some kind of a concept that just came to one of you in the church, or had you heard of it before, or what?
Actually, Lisa approached the leadership of our
Really?
church a little over a year ago, and she has done this a number of years in other locations, other churches that she has served in, and we heard her heart on this, and we're very much for it and want to support her in every way we possibly could.
Well, it looks as if it's been very successful, and I'm sure that you'll carry on. You have what's called sponsors and agencies. Are those two different aspects?
Well, they're local businesses and agencies, and we just call them sponsors to give them the respect that I think they so truly deserve. They are giving their time and their energy and the effort to make this event a wonderful event, and they're giving their time on a Saturday.
Okay, now that all takes place on May the 1st from, what, 9 to 1?
From 9 until 1, and
so
it's at the church.
You need to get out and participate and really take advantage of something very good. Thank you so much for coming and telling us about this interesting concept.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
We'll be back. Stay with us. We have more. Well, Judi Freeman tells me that we got an interesting approach to the beach, which is coming up for everybody on the Gulf Coast. And you tell me we're going to eat water?
We're going to eat water. You know, we eat our words and we eat other things, but today we're going to eat water.
At least it's not fattening. I don't believe this water is non-fattening.
I think it's not fat. I think it is fattening today. You know what I thought we would do is we would kind of get ready for summer because it is right on our heels.
It
Summer
sure is.
And a lot of people say we're going to take our child, our little boy or our little girl or our daddy or whatever, and we're going to the Gulf and we're going to have a birthday party on the beach. And so sometimes we'll use a nice blue board. We'll make all our icing to look like water and do the waves. And then, of course, we have little things now. I've got it all covered with water because we're going to do something else in a minute. But we can make a little beach line here and put sand, and we can put our little chairs. We can put our beach balls. We can put some dolphins playing in the water. We can put sugar on the cake to look like sand.
Yeah.
And so we can just put an umbrella by the chair. We can just do cute little things to look like we're going to the beach.
I love these dolphins.
Aren't they cute?
Oh,
we can just have them
yes.
playing in the water. Now, we can do that, but today I thought we would do something really special, and let's make us a big old beach ball to go in our water, want to?
Oh, God.
Let's do that. Let's move our water now. In a minute, we're going to eat water in just a minute. But look what we can do. We've made just a round ball. Now, of course, if you were not going to take it to the beach and you wanted to do a baseball theme, does that look like that could be a baseball?
Yeah, that's good.
It could be a baseball, really easy. It could be a basketball.
It's according to the birthday, who it's for and what it's apt
Right.
to. Yeah.
We can make this a basketball, we can make it a baseball, we can make it a golf ball, and after we ice it, we'll just stick our thumbs in it and make our little imprints for a golf ball. But today, I thought we would do a beach ball and put it on top of our water. So what I've done is I've just, of course, already got some purple, got some yellow, and we could do just Mardi Gras colors if we wanted to.
Yeah, I was going to say, that is Mardi Gras colors.
Or we can add all kind of colors to it, and what we would do is we would just come up the side with our little tip, and we would just fill our color all in. We could leave stripes of white. See, we could go in the center there and leave that white. That's cute, just
Yes,
like that.
It's very interesting to watch you flute that. I mean, otherwise it would just be a flat stripe.
Right.
It's the movement, isn't it?
It's actually the movement of my arm. I'm just doing little simple movements just like that. Or, of course, I could, let's take this red one right here, and if I wanted to, I could mash, stop, pull, mash, stop, pull, mash, stop, pull, mash, pull, just like that, and give it another design.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that. But this little movement right here just kind of gives it a little bit of personality and character. But we just go right up the center like that, and we can leave that white and add one more. I've got some hot pink here.
Oh, my goodness.
So if your little girl, if you're doing it for your little girl, and she only likes purple and pink, we could handle it, couldn't we?
But, you know, I think that's wonderful. It's really a customized celebration for a birthday.
It is.
You know, according to the certain ways that people do things.
It is. And this could be a big beach ball in water like that. I thought I'd go ahead and fill some more of this in. A big beach ball on top of a water scene would be right for just anybody. It could be right for a little child, or, you know, how about these teenagers?
Now, Judy, what kind of cake do we have under here?
Well, I actually have a chocolate cake in this one, and our water is really a butter cake.
Oh, really?
So, see, we've made everybody happy, right?
Yeah.
We've made everybody happy. Now, if we'll put our water back over here, I'm going to show you how to put the ball in the water. What I have done is I've taken, this is made, cooked in 2 little pans, and I have put them together. And I'm going to take my spatula, and I actually put it on a bigger, kind of a bigger board, and I stuck it, see, I stuck it to my board, so when we were traveling, it would not slip.
Wow.
All right?
Oh, how pretty.
Isn't that pretty? Doesn't that show up good?
And you could, if you wanted to, put some little beach chairs around it, too.
Still could.
Yeah.
And now what we'll do is we'll take our blue water, and you see my board that's a little bit bigger than my cake? We're going to take our blue water, and we're just going to press it right up against it and cover that.
Oh, to cover up the little...
Cover that up.
Yeah.
So can't you see how much fun that would be for a child?
Oh, yes, I certainly can. Because so many people in this area live for the day they can go to their beach home and celebrate, and the kids would love it.
Yeah, and sometimes if you wanted to put these little doodads on it, make sure you put a little doodad for every child that's there, because every child want a doodad.
Yeah, and they all have their preference.
Yes, they do.
No matter how young, they certainly do.
And see,
oh, look at that.
Yeah, we can make it colorful, and we can just finish it off any way we want to.
Oh, I can't wait for summer.
I can't either.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll be back.
Slippers, he shot at me. He cooked me some chicken!
My roast! You are a nitwit, Oz. You refuse to follow the ABCs of professional killing. There's an ABCs of professional killing?
Shut up.
Bruce Willis, Matthew Perry.
I am not gonna go out there and risk my life before I get a few things off my chest. You know I was a bedwetter? Whoa! Check.
The whole 10 yards.
Warner Brothers has just released a new movie across the nation to the theaters. It's The Whole 10 Yards, and here's a peek preview.
He's the most notorious figure in the history of American crime. A hitman who has no equal. For 2 years, He's been in hiding. But now, someone has made him angry.
Hey! I just vacuumed this rug.
And somewhere in Los Angeles,
You're afraid of everything, Russ.
That is so not true.
an old friend needs some help.
Where is my wife?
Your wife is in a safe.
My wife's in a safe place.
Safe place. Let me finish a sentence. I talk, you talk, I talk. That's how we should have a conversation.
And you guys just basically understand all of this?
But Jimmy the Tulip has problems of his own.
I thought I married a contract killer, not Martha Stewart.
I got an idea. Why don't we go out and kill somebody tonight? Just the two of us.
Wow.
Jimmy, don't shoot! It's me! It's us! I know!
Laffo Gogolak was at my house.
They know you're alive.
Are you wearing bunny slippers?
Stay away from my chicken's house.
From Warner Brothers Pictures, Franchise Pictures presents a comedy that's dangerous,
Just give me 5 more minutes, baby.
explosive,
Oh, thank God the killers are here.
and deadly.
You know what he did? He put on bunny slippers, he shot at me, and then he cooked me some chicken.
My roast! You are a nitwit, Oz. You refuse to follow the ABCs of professional killing.
There's an ABC's of professional killing?
Shut up.
Bruce Willis, Matthew Perry,
I am not gonna go out there and risk my life before I get a few things off my chest. You know I was a bedwetter? Whoa! Check.
the whole 10 yards.
This is how a retired mass murderer acts?
No, this is the way retired mass murderer acts. Noted.
Looks like comedy at its best. Well, that does it for us. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.